Hello and welcome to the fourth of the Battle Yawn podcast. I'm Jadon.
I am Jon.
And we want to welcome you back if you are back. And if you're not back and this is your first time, hello.
Hey there.
Good to have you.
Yeah, if this is your first time, you're probably a wonderful person. Your shoes, they look amazing.
Disclaimer, if you're not wearing shoes, you look amazing.
Your hairstyle, it's fashionable.
If you're bald, bold choice.
Bold choice. If it's not by choice, poor luck, but you're still wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hairy situation to get yourself into. I mean, getting bald like that, I don't know. If I had a tenth of your courage and dedication, I'd be bald.
You'd have a tenth of your courage and dedication.
Also bald.
How's your week going, Jadon?
Okay. It's been kind of interesting. I went out and got a job, finally.
Woo.
I became a mixed slave.
Woo.
Which I guess is okay. I mean, it'll pay the bills.
It will.
But I don't know. It was kind of unexpected because the original deal with my parents is because I'm in college and they are really smart with their savings and they invested very wisely, was that if I got good grades, I wouldn't have to worry about money. I would still have to worry about it after I got out of college, but during college, they would help me out. But recently, they kind of dropped a bomb on me. It's like, hey, we know the school year's about to end, but we're not going to pay for your rent anymore. So you need to find a job, and you need to find it soon. So I rushed out to McDonald's and got a job, which hopefully will be tolerable, but I don't know. I just haven't heard very good things about working there.
Yeah, it's not a good, really, actually.
Well, I don't think it'll be too terrible, because my brother worked there, and he actually enjoyed it. But then again, he's kind of a people person.
Yeah.
So, he probably just liked that, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, it's not like you're doing physical work all the time. It's just purely, you get looks from customers, and you're just like, why are they treating me like a dick? I'm a human being.
Well, see, whenever people just look at me in normal life, I automatically just go to my mind and rewatch YouTube poops.
Yep.
And that's kind of how I roll. If you haven't seen a YouTube poop and you have a few minutes, I would encourage you to just take a look at one of them. You probably won't like them. But if you do, you're welcome.
If this is your first time watching one of those, we're sorry. But if you like it, you're
welcome. We're not
welcome.
sorry, and you're welcome. Because I love them. They are like the most random collection of videos that you will see. They just splice the audio all weird and make it into funny nonsense that has lots of spaghetti sauce.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
This is confirmed.
Well, I mean, that's how it is. I don't know how they're made, but you just take different parts of different words to make new words.
Yeah. You splice in words together to make people say stuff that they didn't actually say.
And you can turn children's shows into almost X-rated things that are hilarious, and you're not sure if you should be laughing at this.
Yeah.
It's kind of I don't know.
Like the show Caillou. Alright, the thing about the show Caillou is we're not entirely sure if you should be laughing at Caillou.
We're not sure if he has cancer or not.
I'm pretty sure Caillou has cancer.
I mean, he's really full of energy and everything, but at the same time, something inside of you just tells you that he's actually got leukemia.
Yeah, he's probably a surviving leukemia patient.
I think so. I mean, the way everyone treats him, kind of like a prince.
Yeah.
And then just kind of baby steps around him.
I think we gotta pour a little bit out of our glass for Caillou. He's probably dead by now.
Represent. I'll miss you.
You know what show I used to watch a lot of?
What?
Arthur.
Arthur? I actually remember that show.
That show is great. I can't remember any of the episodes except for the one where they go to the dump and he's climbing on some garbage and then cuts his knee on a rusty can.
Oh.
And
I don't think I remember that one.
And zooms into his body and it's just
what?
These germs are going to kill you. And the germs are all wearing sunglasses and smoking cigarettes. Yeah. No, I remember that episode.
Those are some cool pathogens. Ooh.
Ooh, they're going to kill you. Oh!
See, you'd get infected, but you'd be okay with it because they're cool. Yeah. If you got infected with a lame bacteria with glasses and a bow tie, Like, who wants to watch that? I
No
mean,
one.
no.
0 people.
But your germs wearing sunglasses and smoking cool cigarettes?
Yeah,
Now
man.
that I can get behind.
Yeah,
Like, for
totally.
serious. But there's only... I don't remember much of the show. Probably because I was like 4.
Yeah.
But I do remember one part where, like... oh, excuse me.
You're excused.
Where Arthur's best friend or whatever, the bunny rabbit...
Buster.
Buster. He's like sitting in class and he has an existential crisis. He's like, we're just small creatures on a small rock in this isolated corner of this infinitely expanding universe. Why do we matter? And he just like lays his head down on the table and he has an existential crisis in like the first grade.
I think it's either Buster or Baxter.
Buster Baxter?
I don't know. It's the
Buster-
rabbit guy.
Buster sounds more correct to me.
That's what I thought too. You know who was the most annoying character on that whole show?
Who?
Frickin' DW.
Yes. His little sister?
Yeah, DW
Yes.
is the worst.
I can attest and confirm.
DW is the worst.
I can't remember what she did.
She's just like a little tiny dick all the time. She's like, oh, what do you got there? Do you have an airplane that you are making? Wow, I wonder if it'll fly. And she throws it out the window like a dick.
Oh my god.
Like, poor Arthur. Poor fictional Arthur. Because that's the worst person to have in your life.
Okay, that's like, what was that show with, not Zach and Cody, but, Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
With their sister Megan.
Yeah.
That's the exact same situation. DW grew up to be Megan.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think, I mean, I'm the youngest of 3, but I don't think I was ever that dickish to my brothers. Like, I'm pretty sure I was a jerk sometimes. But I don't think I did something like that, where I just, like, took their crap and, you know, said, you know what, screw it. I will destroy everything you hold dear, except for myself.
I don't remember much of being a child. Do not remember any of that.
At all?
Not very well. I mean, like, there's bits and pieces, but it's just not like vividly clear.
Yeah. I actually find that weird. Like, you can only remember like half of your life, the most recent half, unless you've got an excellent memory, in which case, good for you. But like, I remember when I was 6, like, that I had a memory until I was 3, and now I can barely remember the time that I was 6. So I think maybe it's just like half of your life that you can remember.
I think the problem is that, like, we listen to the radio so much that the lyrics and the songs are taking up space in our brains.
I don't know about radio, but I can confirm.
We gotta defrag our brains.
For YouTube. If there was a cleaner for your brain, I would use it.
It's like brain cleaner.
Well, I mean, you can like wash your skin and wash your body, but how come you can't wash your brain?
I wonder.
Well, no, like seriously, sometimes you're like browsing on Reddit or whatever, and you just see an image that you don't want to see.
Oh, no, that, they already have that. It's
that's
reddit.com/iBleach. You're welcome.
Well, see, that's for the eyes. That's not so much for the mind.
Oh.
Like, it's going to stay in your mind for a while.
Yeah, that's why you stare at iBleach for a while until the kittens just invade your mind, and you'll forget about everything.
That's just replacing crap with more images. Why not just get the cleaner and clean it?
It doesn't work that way.
It should. I know it doesn't work that way, but I'm saying if it did, I would buy it.
Okay.
That's what this whole conversation has been about.
I would actually very much like to buy a product that would make me forget about certain things in my life.
Yeah, I think everyone would.
Have you ever had one of those days where you're just in the shower and you think back to the time in like 4th grade when you said that one thing in front of the class and there was silence?
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, that feels like the worst thing I've ever done in my whole life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we can all remember. I mean, I don't think there's anyone out there in the planet who has not peed their pants during some time at either kindergarten or grade school.
Yeah.
I think the last one I ever pulled was in 2nd grade. Because I had a really cool 2nd grade teacher, and I honestly can't remember what the assignment was about. It was something about space. But, like, I really had to go. But I didn't want to miss what we were doing because it was so cool. I'm like, oh my goodness, space. So, like, held it in as long as possible in space. But, of course, because I had to go so badly, I couldn't focus. So, there was no point in me going. But the 2nd grade didn't know that. The 2nd grade me did not know that was stupid. So, I pissed my pants.
Well, like, while you're in front of the class?
Like, we were in, like, a small group. So, like, and I was on the outer corners of the circle. So, like, I didn't really, like, I wasn't, like, in front of the class. But since I think I was covered because she was, like, not lecturing, but she was talking and all the students were focused on her. So, like, it happened, but all the students are still focusing on her. So even the second grade me knew that this wasn't something to advertise. So like I slipped out, got to the restroom, and like didn't know what to do because I didn't have a cell phone back in those days to call my mom to get me a fresh pair of pants.
Yeah.
So I just kind of sat there for the rest of the day.
Wow. And they let you get away with that?
No, like my second grade teacher like called my mom like, "Hey, where is your child?" And so like my mom had to drive over looking for the school, and my mom passed by the bathroom door like yelling my name like, "Mom, in here." And so like they were legitimately worried about me, and all I was doing was being stupid because I pissed my pants. They thought I had been like kidnapped by like one of those people you see on the nightly news. It was a pretty big mess in more ways than one. But yeah, that was my second grade pee story.
I think the situation I'm talking about is like, I think I answered a question wrong. They're like, "What's 6 multiplied by 2, John?" I went, "The number y," or something like that. And just like the class laughed at me. I was like, I don't really care too much about that.
Well, see, that's not as bad as peeing your pants.
Not as bad as peeing your pants, no, but that's what like you flash back to in your mind is not like the super bad ones. It's just the ones that are like, oh man, I said this one thing in front of a group of people, and
but then again,
I regret that now.
It was like a long time ago, though, so
Yeah.
you kind of have to forgive yourself a bit.
Yeah, you do. You do. I mean...
Like, I was like, I don't know, 7 or something? I don't know. But I still remember, like, those moments clearly.
Yeah. Like, you can't remember anything else except for those really horrible moments.
Yeah. I already talked about the time that I fell asleep on a girl's shoulder. But I remember that one pretty well. I don't know. I think that's just like a common theme where people, like when they're laying down for bed and they just like can't get to sleep and they just think through all the mistakes of their life.
Oh, yeah. And they're just like, well, why are you torturing yourself too bad?
I don't know. Like, is that how people relax and get to sleep? Are all humans secretly a little bit like sadistic?
I mean...
Or not sadistic,
it's not,
the other one.
It's not very relaxing at all.
No. Like, I don't know why you'd want to do that to yourself, but our brains do it anyway.
You're just like, oh, you want to go to bed? Let's think about every time, every single time that we've screwed up in our life.
So, I think that we've found a new product, the brain cleaner. We'll call it Braino instead of Drano. And I think we can sell it to millions. I'd be the first to buy it.
Definitely.
I don't know.
There's been some awesome news this week.
What's that?
A guy defended his home from an intruder with a katana.
With a katana?
Yeah, 2 intruders, and they came into his home and used his katana and defended his home.
Where was this?
Let me see. There is one case in Australia, but I don't think...
This was multiple cases?
There's been multiple times that this happened, but the one in Australia, I think the homeowner stole the katana from the intruders.
From the intruder?
And then attacked them with it. But the one I'm thinking of that happened recently, I think was either in the States or in Europe, in the Eastern Europe, I think.
Okay, well, my question about the Australia thing is, why would you rob a house with a katana? Why not just use the money that you used to buy a katana and buy a pistol?
Well, I mean, if it's a crappy katana, you got, like, maybe $40 into it. You can't buy a $40 pistol.
Well, you can buy a $40 toy pistol.
You can buy a $40 toy pistol.
And sometimes, not speaking from experience or anything, I don't rob people, but a toy gun can probably work just as well as a real gun. I mean, as far as scaring people goes.
As far as scaring people goes, but as far as going pew 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 pew,
yeah,
it will not go pew like a real gun.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work too well.
Because it's a toy.
Well, I mean, there's that too, but like in Australia, I don't really think it'd fly because everything out there is already trying to kill you. Yeah. So the people who have survived like know how to kill other creatures. So I don't think it'd fly in Australia, but maybe somewhere else. Not that you should try. Don't try that.
Hey. We need one of our viewers to go
I think you mean listeners.
Go and make sure that everyone around you knows. Get some reactions and then post that stuff to YouTube so we can laugh at how stupid it is.
Reactions to what?
To bringing a gun and a katana in public.
In public?
In public.
I'm not so sure if that's a good idea.
It's not.
In some places.
It's not a good idea whatsoever.
But...
It'd make a wonderful YouTube video where things go wrong. That's my favorite.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
That's my favorite kind of prank video. I hate prank videos where they're like, I'm going to go up to this guy and I'm going to pull down his pants and then run away and then say, oh, bro, it's a prank, it's a prank. I hate those.
I don't really understand.
Those ones.
I mean, I guess I kind of understand pantsing, but, like, boxers are just kind of like shorts, in all honesty, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, I guess I can kind of understand how mooning is funny, but, like, I don't just understand pantsing.
Because it's embarrassing for that person, like, which is what makes it funny.
But why is it embarrassing? I mean, your shorts are built like your boxers. They cover pretty much the same area. So if you're not ashamed to be in shorts, going by the amounts of clothing that that covers your skin, you shouldn't be embarrassed to be seen in your boxers.
But, well, that's not the point, Jin. The point is, those videos where they like, oh man, I pulled down your pants and that's funny, but it's a prank though, so don't hit me. I don't like those. I don't like those ones. I like the ones where they're like, oh, but it's a prank, and then they get destroyed by some guy. Oh, those are my favorite.
I like the guy who goes into those coffee shops and he grabs an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, the guitar guy.
And he just sings, like, he doesn't rap. He sings rappers' lyrics with a really beautiful melody in just coffee shops, and it gets some pretty interesting reactions. It's actually kind of hilarious.
It's one of the better things out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wonder what would be going through, like, the coffee shop owner's head when this guy walks in. Like, he doesn't know what he's going to be singing, but he can tell already that this guy wants to sing. So it's like, well, all right, whatever. I don't want to turn away a potential customer, so I'll just let him do his thing. And then the rap song starts going, and it's like starting to cuss out, and he just, like, gets a little bit nervous behind the counter. He's just like, should I kick him out? Should I just laugh? I don't know how I feel about this. But yeah, I don't know. I would be so confused. Imagine if someone just, like, went into your school, just, like, during, like, the SATs or something, and just sat, like, right behind you with an acoustic guitar and just started singing to you rap lyrics.
They start singing, what's the song's name?
Which one?
Skeet, Skeet, Skeet. That song.
You get skeeted on?
But with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, or something like Rap God or something, just on an acoustic guitar. I think that would be...
That'd be a winner, yeah.
That would be a winner. But at the same time, I just kind of have to think from, like, the perspective of, like, the teacher or whatever, just, like, kind of shocked, just like, how do I deal with this? This wasn't in training. This wasn't in the how to teach manual.
We also need to sell a book that says how to teach.
How to teach?
How to teach. And then just a whole bunch of pages of keep their attention, keep their attention, keep their attention, all the way through the book.
Well...
Every single page.
See, that might work for some people, but, like, I don't know. I think the main thing for teaching is don't waste students' time. Because I can't tell you, even in college, how much busy work we have.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I hate busy work.
Like, it doesn't serve any educational function. It's just, like, to kind of waste your time, basically.
Yeah.
You don't go to college for an education anymore, and I'm sorry, that's the truth. If you want an education, you go to the public library and you educate yourself. If you want a degree, then you go to college.
And what's sad, though, is that you have to have the degree, and the people are like, yeah, we'll hire you if you have a degree, but when you get a degree, they're just so like, oh, well, do you have all these years of experience?
Do you have 20 years of experience?
Oh, man, you're competing against people that have 30 years of experience for this job here. So,
But how am I supposed to get experience if I don't get a job? Well, quit asking smart college questions, city boy. We don't need your kind around here.
You're freaking 10-ply around here, bud.
10-ply. That's right.
You're as soft as a pudding pop.
or a melted Tootsie Roll.
Something like that.
I don't know. But at the same time, like, that's what college is anymore. And it's sad, but it's the truth. Like, everyone's like, go out and get an education, but you don't need to spend money to get smarter. All you need to do is visit the public library.
Yep.
And just spend time there. Like, it's not where cool kids hang out, but
whoa.
Jon.
Hey, no.
Jon, you're not a cool kid.
No, I'm not saying
I am. You're a cool
adult. I'm not saying I'm a cool kid. I'm just saying, go to the library and keep count of all the cute girls there, because for some reason, if you're into girls with glasses and hairs up in ponytails, I know a place where you can find them. It's your local public library. And just look around a bit and you'll find them. It's easy every single time. Every single time I go to the library, there's at least one or two girls like that.
It's true.
It's wonderful.
And like...
I have a new found likeness for books. I like books now.
I don't think you like the books. I think you like the people that are there.
No, I have read 3 books since the last time we did a podcast, and each of them were wonderful.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I bet you didn't like sign on to our podcast to be like, oh yeah, they're gonna talk about libraries.
Yeah. Now you're learning.
How swell.
Now you're learning before you're going to learn. Or teach, if you're a teacher.
I don't know. But like, I don't know. I still like libraries for like a lot of reasons. Like, especially if you lived in like a sheltered home.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the library. You can read books on sex, drug wars, anything you want in the public library. And your parents are like, oh, Billy's such a good child going to the library. And you could be like reading on like how to use foreplay, stuff like that. Get all the chicks.
I didn't ever expect that. No, I didn't.
No, like
I did not expect that.
The library contains those kinds of books.
The library does, though.
If you know where to look, you can find those books really easily. And the best thing about the library is you don't have to check those books out. You can just go to a table, crack one open, and read it.
It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
I remember.
Oh, there's a Reading Rainbow's back.
What do you mean it's back?
Reading Rainbow's back.
With the same guy?
Yeah, LeVar Burton.
The guy with... Did he wear sweaters?
No, he didn't wear sweaters.
Maybe I'm thinking of something different.
He's mostly t-shirt guy.
Oh, wait, yeah. Reading Rainbow. I remember.
Reading Rainbow, yeah. The show.
What? Wait, was it gone?
Yeah, they canceled it.
For how long?
Geez, I don't know, 8 years? 7 years?
Wow.
And it's back now. But I think it's online in YouTube. I don't think it's being I don't think it's being broadcasted.
Okay, I don't think they're reaching their target audience of children if it's being online. Like young children.
But LeVar Burton.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm probably going to watch it one of these days.
I mean, if he does...
Not as a devoted fan, because...
If he does, like, a review of The Martian or, like, the Game of Thrones series...
I don't... Oh, yeah. Today on Reading Rainbow, we'll be reading Game of Thrones. Buckle in, children. You're in for some hard shit.
I need, like, a Reading Rainbow After Dark.
After dark?
Oh, my goodness. I would pay so much money for...
What does he do? Does he just, like, grab a gin and tonic, down it, and be like, all right, kids, buckle up?
Whoa. It's After Dark. All right, men. And then he, like, slams down...
men and women.
Men and women.
Yeah.
And he slams down his gin and tonic, and he goes, like, leans back in his chair, and he's like... Today we're going to talk about this book, and it's just like a really hard to read book.
He like goes through the list of banned books. That would be awesome.
Definitely. Well, yeah.
Just for you people that don't know, the U.S., which prides itself on being the most free country in the world, has a large list of banned books. So read those.
They actually have banned books here?
Yeah. Seriously.
Like, give me an example.
Geez, The Hunger Games for a while was banned in public schools. You could still check it in the library and stuff.
He's talking about public school systems, not for everyone.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, our public school system.
I'm sorry, I messed that up. I didn't mean to say like, yeah.
Yeah,
that was
like the whole country banned a book. Dang. I thought I'd hear about that. No, but our school system did ban a couple of books.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of silly.
Like they wouldn't let you read Hunger Games for a while. There was that book that was actually a part of curriculum.
Curriculum, you
Thank
mean?
you.
Okay, there you go.
I'm all tongue-tied
there
today.
You go.
So it was a part of the curriculum for the class after mine. Uh-huh. But the kids got halfway through the books, and then they told their parents about a sentence in the book where he goes,
and then he looked over at her,
and she was gorgeous, and they're like sleeping in the same bed kind of thing. And then the parents like dropped a hammer on the book.
What?
And got it banned from the school system.
What?
Yeah.
They weren't even having sex.
No, they were, but it doesn't describe it.
Well, then why would it matter?
Exactly. Like, it doesn't go into details. Just like, they woke up in the same bed kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, you can, like, try to ban books in your own home, but, like, even if the school bans a book, you can still, again, head down to the library and just read it for free. So...
The library is a great place. The library actually didn't have the book I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
The Martian.
We had to buy it.
Yeah, we had to buy it. I actually went down there first to look for it, and they did not have it in...
I don't really think they have newer arrivals.
It's too bad. And any good book is like, it's 3 or 4 months out.
It's hit or miss anymore. Like, I don't really like the Divergent series.
I think that these teen novels follow a really strict pattern.
Well, they do. I mean, like, I really enjoyed Harry Potter, so I'm not bagging it on it or anything, but I want you to just think about all these popular, like, books and novels that are coming out. Mm-hmm. It follows one set of characters all the time.
Yep.
And it could build, like, this really expansive world where all these, like, awesome things are happening, but it focuses only on the main characters. So, like, again, using Harry Potter, like, I'm super interested in the Ministry of Magic and what it actually does, but you hardly ever spend any time there because you're focused on stupid Harry and his, like, first frickin' world problems. Which girl should I frickin' take to the prom? I like this one, but I also like this one. And then in the background, this guy who murdered, like, billions, well, not billions, but, like, a tons of people, Voldemort, is skulking around, and you actually want to know what he's doing, but you're stuck with Harry, wondering who's gonna.
All these girls just won't stop talking to me because I'm the chosen one. Oh, jeez, what am I gonna do with my life? And as you're reading that, you're like crying, going, "I have that same problem."
I can't say that I do.
I have a problem.
He does not have that same problem. He's a liar. He's a filthy liar.
But ladies, I would like to have that problem. If you could give me that problem, I would be okay with that.
But, like, I understand the need for a protagonist, like a main character.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're going to bother building a world that, like, matters, then focus on it a bit more. I don't know.
Would you read a book about the Ministry of Defense? Just like...
Yes.
And Ministry of Magic? Just
yes.
The whole book about that?
Yes.
Yeah, I would too. Because in... Let me see, what is that? The 6th book or 5th book? The one with Mad-Eye Moody.
I can't remember which book. I mean, I've read them all, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time, like beginning of middle school kind of time. The one where the guy was trapped in the box the whole book.
Oh,
I think it's the 5th or 6th book. Anyways,
do you mean Azkaban?
No, after Azkaban. That's the 3rd book. Anyways, it doesn't much matter which book it is.
Yeah.
But that book went into fairly detail about, like, the behind the scenes of the Ministry of Magic. They have trials there, and I would just like a whole book about that, to be honest.
I mean, but that's the thing, like, you shouldn't just give out, like, teaser hints if you're not going to do the full thing. It's like, here, have a bite of my chocolate chip cookie, and I'm going to eat the rest of it.
But then again, Jadon, I mean, that's just kind of because you want to read the rest of that. Well, most people just want to follow Harry around.
Well, maybe I'm just being a little bit of a prick.
Maybe.
But
maybe.
At the same time, you know, that's just my opinion, I guess. I don't know.
But I think those, like, team novels are so funny because they follow the same pattern. They're like, all right, and here's our protagonist. We're going to put in about
Katniss Everdeen.
We're going to put in about maybe a chapter and a half where you just follow them around for a little bit.
Chapter 1 of Hunger Games and Divergent.
Okay, and then we're going to take that person and we're going to introduce them to a group of people and group all these people together.
The Hunger Games and also, the whole choosing ceremony in Divergent.
And then once we group all these characters together, we're going to split them up into either from 4 to 12 groups of people.
So the different factions in, sorry, if you haven't read these books, I'm being super specific, so I apologize for that. But in that series Divergent, there's like 4 different factions. So, yeah.
Yeah. So after we break them up, then we're just going to go back to our protagonist and then just forget all about the other factions. Yeah. Those didn't happen.
I mean, like...
Didn't happen. We're
why would you bother... Why would you bother introducing them by, like, name and, like, giving, like, a brief personal history on the members of said group if you're not going to be at least interacting with them on an occasional basis?
Yep.
Like, in the Hunger Games, they do interact, but, like, only to kill each other, so it doesn't even matter.
It's, like, really interesting in the Hunger Games. They're like, oh, all these districts are, you know, they do specific things for the whole.
And, like, again, I'm not really bagging on the Hunger Games because, awkwardly enough, I enjoyed that one, but we're just saying that they follow, like, a formula.
There's a formula. If you want to write a teen novel...
You follow that formula.
You follow that formula, and people are like, oh, man, I think I'm House Hufflepuff. No, you don't. Nobody thinks they're House Hufflepuff.
I still want to know what the heck is a Hufflepuff.
It sounds like a puddin' pop.
Is that like the weird, awkward creature that was found in Australia that no one knows what to do with?
Sure.
I don't know, mate. I don't know how to describe it, whatever it is. But, like, I don't know. So, this went by a lot faster than I expected.
Yeah, it did.
We're
Hey.
actually kind of out of time.
Yeah, next time we can find out what that weird creature in Australia is.
Yeah, definitely. So next time on Battle Yawns, space.
We made it! We finally